Welcome back everyone to my YouTube channel. My name is Nilesh Dudatra and this video is talking about the Spring Web application. So how to create a web application. So at first how to execute the how to open the web pages, how it will be work. So at first I'm searching over here Bootstrap W3 schools. Okay, let me copy this link and put it into Notepad. Now let me check the parameter pass during the execution of the page. So after that, one more parameter is there. So source, EI, then OQ, then one more, then Q. Q is a query, right? I think it depends on the Google web page. So this one is a value, this value, and this one is a parameter. So how it will work? Then main site is a google.com. Then this one is a next path, that is a search. So how it will happen, how it will open. So the response is as usual, the whole link is as a request. And what is the response? This one is a response, right? The output is a response. So this one is a request, and whatever the output will be, you see, that is a response. So how the request and respond are worked. So for that, the Bootstrap application having a facility of controller. So for that, we have to use @controller annotation. So how it will work? Let's see one example. So let's take one example of Spring Boot Web. So for that, we take one example of demo. Then next, for web, I have to use some dependency. Let's take web, and you can select by selecting checkbox Spring Web. Second one, I think that's it. We have to require only one dependency, that is a Spring Web. And next, then finish. So as usual, all the jar file included in my system. So this one is a main class, and this one is a main method. So I not required right now. Now I have to create one controller class, right? So let me create a one class in my package. Let's the name of a controller home controller, then enter. So this one is a home controller. Now how the this web page is open. So for example, I am using this URL localhost then 8080 for my executing local web page, then slash, then home. So it's similar like the Google, then search. Okay, so localhost then slash home. I'm whenever I'm request localhost 8080 then home, at that time whatever I had created page will be open over here. So how this will happen? So for that I have to create one function, public string. Let's take the name of the function home function. Then uh, let me print some line. So I know that uh, this function is executed. So system.out.println, then home function called, and after that return. So for example, any particular page I want to open. So for that, let me consider home page dot JSP. For example, I have to create a home page.jsp page. Now in the source, then main, I have to create one folder the name of the folder is web app. So this folder is fixed. You cannot change the name of the folder. Web app is fixed. So in the main, you have to create web app. Then you can create the name of the page. Let me take other, then JSP, then JSP file, then the name of a file, that is homepage.jsp. So homepage.jsp. Next, then finished. So let me change the title, my home title, and this is my first Spring Boot web application. So this page is saved. Okay, now let me check is this page is open or not. So I'm clicking over here, but I had mentioned that you have to use the controller annotation, controller annotation for the class, and but in the controller which function has been called, so we have to put another annotation, that is a request mapping, then the name of the path, that is a home for my website. So this home I have to write over here. So whenever we call localhost 8080 then home, at that time this function has been called, that is done by the request mapping. Okay, let me check is this page is open or not. So at first I have to execute the program. So run, and then Spring Boot application. So it's done. Now refresh. So this page is downloaded in my drive. So I don't want to download the page. I want to open my page. So for that, what should be, yes, one more thing, that home function call is there, right? So whenever I'm using this URL, well, when I'm calling this URL, this page has been, this function has been executed. So at first, how the page is open, Maven repo, so Maven repository. So I'm clicking over on this link, Maven repository, and after that I'm searching over here Maven. I'm searching over here the one dependency, that is Tomcat Jasper. Tomcat Jasper. Now I'm clicking on the first link. Now there are lots of version over here for the dependency. So at first, what is a dependency and where it is used? So I am clicking on pom.xml file. So this one is a dependency, right? So during the starting of the program, I had select one dependency, that is a web. So all the related jar file are included in my project in the Maven dependency folder, right? So now I want to add one more thing, that is a Tomcat Jasper. So how can we find out this version of the Tomcat Jasper? There are lots of versions are there. So for that, I have to find out the Maven dependency, and inside the Maven dependency, I have to find the Tomcat embedded version, that is a 9.0.38.jar file. So 9.0.38 is suitable for the Tomcat Jasper. Now I'm copying this dependency and I will put this dependency in my web page, in my pom.xml file. When I click on the save, at that time the dependency related to Tomcat Jasper is added over here. Okay, fine. Now I'm closing the pom.xml file and I'm relaunch my application. Let me check the page is open or not. Now I'm refreshing the page. Yes, this page is open. So this is my first Spring Boot web application, and the home function has been called, right? So if you want to need to add more pages, then you have to write more uh, request mapping annotation. For example, I want to make up one page that is a services, then services function called. According to that, I have to create a service page, right? Services page, and for the contact us page, so I have to create service, right? Let me create one page for you. That is a let me copy and paste over here. That is a name of a services page. Okay, inside the service page, I am changing this is a service page, and this one is a home page. So let me change home page. So let we relaunch the application. So it has been executed, and now refresh my page. Okay, my home page has been called. Now next one is a I had write services, right? So let me check. Yes, the service page has been called, right? So if you want to create some attractive page, then you have to use some, for example, if you want to use Bootstrap in your project, then you want to create attractive page. So you can also use the Bootstrap in our Spring Boot web application. So for that, we have to use, I'm taking one template over here by from the W3 schools. So this page has been opened. Okay, fine. So I'm copy this page, and the code I'm putting inside the homepage.jsp. Now all the libraries means JavaScripting file are online, so I not need to include in my project. If you want to add, then you can add in the source, then you can use assets, right? So you can create over here the assets folder over here, and then to give the path of Bootstrap and jQuery, all these stuffs. So now let me relaunch the application and check how the page look like. Then home page, home. Yes, it's look good, right? So up to this, in this video, we will talk about the how the parameter has been sent, like we see in the starting of this video, like source is equal to HP and EI is equal to JQH XYZ, like that. So we can how can we call, we send the parameter, and according to result, how can we fetch? So we will see in the next video. Thank you very much, all of you.